hello, hello. It's coffee time. And I've got weird colours in front of my eyes. So this is going to be good. I don't know why. Maybe it's the diabetes. Maybe I've been staring into the lights too much. Clean teeth. Been to the dentist this morning. Nice and shiny. We go to the Daily Mail website. I have not been there today. Top story. Bear Grylls. Apparently he's got a World Scout Jamboree in South Korea. And 600 are struck down by heatwave, and British parents complain their children have been abandoned in a mosquito-infested field. Reminds me of that fat camp from The Simpsons that Bart gets sent to. More than 600 youngsters at the 25th World Scout Jamboree have been struck down by a heatwave. 43,000 people from 158 countries, including 4,500 Brits, are currently taking part in the World Scout Jamboree. It's the biggest youth camp in South Korea's North Jeolla province. And here are some exhausted children. This is what we want. This is the top story they've got. I'm sure it'll be fine. Meanwhile, we'll go to court news. This is the delightful story of Hussein Lindsay, and he was up in court because a 59-year-old attacked his 50-year-old daughter on the morning of her English exam. He attacked with a metal bar outside school because she was wearing makeup, and he thought she was going to meet a boy on the morning of her GCSE exams. Lovely fella. He's not going to get nominated for Dad of the Year. Right? He crazy. He cray. But don't worry, he got let off. He dodged a jail sentence. It's good to know, isn't it? Yeah, but he's basically his daughter said don't send Daddy to prison. It says here he's been since been forced to move out of his family home in Fallowfield, Manchester. I wonder why. But yeah, the attack occurred on June the 22nd last year, as his daughter, who attends the Whalley Range High School in Manchester, was advised by teachers to arrive early for his English exam. So there you go. But yeah, fancy doing that. What a scumbag. You are. You're a scumbag. But yeah, so he was ordered to complete 80 hours of unpaid work and 25 rehabilitation activity days. But I think his daughter kind of pled for leniency because I guess she enjoyed being beaten with an iron bar. I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it? Right, here we go. This is drinking water. Again, I'm having an awful time seeing this. I've got some very strange colours flashing in my eyes. Oh, this is odd. This is about drinking water. It says how drinking less than 3 pints of water within an hour could be lethal after the death of a 35-year-old mother. You can get, water toxicity. If you drink too much water, it causes the kidneys to fail, I believe, doesn't it? Yeah. But yeah, the Centre for Disease Control and Prevention advises no more than 1.4 litres of water a day. That's 6 cups. However, it can trigger hypernatremia. I can't see. My vision is impaired. A medical emergency that can shut down the body. Yeah. But yeah, if you get through a lot of water quickly, it can be very, very bad for you. Yeah, the CDC warns it can happen with energy drinks and other fluids, though it doesn't make clear whether alcohol poses the same risk. Nah, you'd be fine, because alcohol dehydrates you, isn't it? Alcohol makes you wee. It's a uritative. Urative? I used to know words, but ever since I've lost vision, my vision is impaired. I cannot see. But yeah, there's a handy guide here of how to drink. Because just in case you've forgotten. I mean, it's an easy mistake to make, isn't it, if you've forgotten how to drink. Hey, what? Do what? Where is it? So, there you go. 6 to 8 cups per day, yes. 6 cups per hour, no. Don't do it. Darwinism in action. I shouldn't be doing this. And this is the mother of 2 who passed away on July the 4th from water toxicity or hypernatremia. I think that's what it says. Oh, this is weird. I shouldn't be doing this. I should be having to lie down somewhere. But yeah, very, very sad, Ashley Summers. You shouldn't have drunk so much water so quickly. I mean, we used to joke about that at school. About you can die if you drink too much water. I remember when we heard about it, we used to break jokes about that. What else have we got? Oh, this is not very good today. Oh, post office. Remember we did the story about stamps the other day. Stamps are banned, and you've got to use the special QR code stamps instead. But so some Royal Mail customers attempting to swap their stamps have been told by the post office that their old stamps are fake. Yeah, apparently. On Tuesday, the turn of the month, they phased out old stamps that lack a barcode for these new QR coded ones. So we've got a picture. Here we go. Here's a picture with old Chuck's head on. There he is. And there you go. And those are the new stamps. So yeah, people have been trying to swap their stamps over at the post office. See, I'm getting the hang of this now. But being told that their stamps are fake. It's a bit of a shit show, isn't it, really? It's a shit show. I can't even be bothered to read any more of that. Not that I can. Not with all the flashing lights that are in my vision, field of vision. This is a mistake. I didn't realise this was a thing until I turned the camera on and I started looking at the screen. Everything started going wobbly. Oh, good news, everybody! There's a new COVID variant. Maybe this is it. Maybe I've got COVID. No, this is my diabetes. I've had this before. I should probably go to the doctors. That'd be fine. The UK Health Safety and Security Agency, the UK HSA, have raised the alarm about Eris. That's the new name, Eris. Because it's making up 1 in 7 new cases after reaching the UK towards the end of May. Really? Look, here's a picture of a chart. Who cares? What else have we got? Oh, they're putting more guards around Dishy Rishi's house after Greenpeace's rather, I think, sensible protest. I think it was a good protest. A lot of people have got the ump though. They didn't damage his property. They made their point in a calm, measured manner. I think that's a good thing. What else have we got? Can't do that. Oh, I can't do that either. Or that. There's some real death and destruction on the Daily Mail website today. I'm really not finding anything. This is really rubbish today. This is really not good. Oh, here we go. Here's a story. It must be exciting to pass your driving test. I wouldn't know. I've never had one. Never did one. But we're going up to Norfolk. We're going up to Norfolk and Suffolk Roads and Armed Policing Team, the NASRAPT. The NASRAPT are going to get you. On August the 2nd, they observed a car travelling at 102 miles an hour. There you go. Just to illustrate. And when they stopped the car, where was it? It was on the A47 at Swaffham. Ah, we know that one, Mrs., don't we? Yeah, so when they stopped the driver, the teenager, had only just passed his driving test 4 hours earlier. So he was a learner driver. Well, new driver at that. It would have been a green. It would have been a green L plate. So yeah. And yeah, he's. I think he's lost his license, hasn't he? So he only had his license for 4 hours. That's not bad going, isn't it? Have we got anything else? Nope. 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 Oh, we got Trump. Trump's was arraigned again. He's in trouble. I don't even know. They want him in jail. They want him in jail. But the really interesting thing about future President Trump, let's face it, he's going to be future President Trump. I think they're hoping that they can get him into jail, and then I don't know. They'll do an Epstein. Sorry, the Jeremy Corbyn pronunciation. Epstein on him. Because America is finally, they're kind of waking up to the idea that I muted a while back. I think I did mention it on here, that Trump can go to prison and he can still be a presidential candidate whilst in prison. And if he wins, he can pardon himself and go straight from the White House in the big cavalcade, from prison. And I want to see that happen. I really do. I really want to see that. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Meanwhile, the world's oceans hit the hottest ever recorded temperature of 20.9 degrees. Coming. The water's lovely. I think it's good. It means that you won't feel all chilly when you're having a swim in the ocean. But apparently it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. And it's climate change, said scientists. This is data from the EU's Copernicus programme. Shows that the average sea temperature this week hit 69.72 Fahrenheit or 20.96 degrees centigrade, beating the record of 69.71. So we're actually doing a 0.1 difference. Is that it? That's negligible. Set in March 2016. Well, again, I'm going to say it. Period of solar activity. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And look, here are the temperatures of the sea from the 70s to 2023. And as you can see, it's not too bad, is it? Oh, that's a horrible story. Oh dear, this is a hard slog today. And all the other stories are a bit not very good. Oh, I reckon that the existence of aliens could be proven in 28 days. Ooh. Well, there's no intelligent life on Earth, so maybe there's some up in space. We could find out. But they reckon tiny metallic fragments that are recovered from a crash site of a meteor, like UFO, that plunged. Well, look, it was either a meteor or it was a UFO. What was it? It plunged in the Pacific Ocean in 2014. Right? They reckon they were strong enough to be potentially some artificial alloy, according to a Harvard physics professor, Avi Loeb. He said there is a chance that it's artificial and that it's a spacecraft. He said, leader of the recovery efforts to dredge the fragments off the coast of Manus Island this June. Loeb, who is the director of the Institute for Theory and Computational at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, said that results of the month's analysis could definitely reveal humanity's first contact with aliens. Well, it's not, is it really? It's not really first contact. And here he is. Here he is with some stuff written on a board, and his companion, Ania Siraj. Will it prove that aliens exist? 28 days. That's all we've got to wait. And here are the fragments. Ooh, look kind of pretty, don't they? Ooh. Do you think alien life exists? Beam your message to the comment box below. Royal news. Now we'll skip that. Oh, this is an interesting one. Something for the dads as well. Oh dear. This is the story of Irina Bilotzikovits, and she's the wife of a Ukrainian politician who survived a suspected assassination attempt. Yeah, she is a model and TV presenter whose husband is an aide to Kiev's mayor, Vitaly Klitschko, and underwent months of emergency treatment and reconstructive surgery after being caught in a gun attack with her children just 3 days after the Russian invasion on February 26th last year. And here she is. And what she's doing is she's appeared in Playboy. Yeah. Which is interesting, I suppose. And here's the cover. I guess this is Ukrainian edition of Playboy. Again, do they still publish this? I've been a long time since I've stared at the top shelf in a newsagent's, but there you go. It's a story, something for the dads. She said that she was treated in hospital in Berlin, and speaking to magazine about the first time she saw herself in the mirror after a treatment, she said, "I had an eye missing, tubes sticking out of everywhere, my head shaved off from surgery. Stitches, scars, wounds everywhere. I was like Frankenstein's monster. My jaw had shattered like a twig. I no longer have a pretty face, but the rest of my body is beautiful." Well, there you go. Was it body positivity, I guess? I don't know. It's an interesting story, that. What else is there? Oh. Meanwhile, Ed Sheeran news. No, seriously. I don't know if you realise, but Ed Sheeran, the ginger-haired pop crooner, owns most of Suffolk now, because it doesn't cost much. Suffolk doesn't cost much. But he is building a private chapel and burial chamber on his grounds. Yes, it's just finishing it. So when he dies, he'll be interned in his own chamber. Ed Sheeran and the Chamber of Secrets. Isn't that marvellous? And yeah, look, it's quite a complex building. It's got pews and everything. I guess that's where they'll hold his funeral. And he's built his own kind of church, the Church of Sheeran. And the area has been dubbed Sheeranville by locals because he owns so much of the estate. It's just huge. And here he's going, I'm so rich, I am. I'm so rich. Yeah, still got ginger balls though. True. True. And yeah, so who'd have thunk it? Sheeran as his own mausoleum. I'm kind of jealous, really. I've always wanted my own mausoleum. Why can't I have a mausoleum? It's not fair. What do you prefer, chapel or mausoleum? I think mausoleum. Mausoleum sounds great. This is I've seen this guy before. He's quite funny on the YouTube's Benjamin Frenchy French. He's an Australian, and he does comedy on the Australia. He's the one that there was that fight. I don't know if you've seen that video. Well, here he is sucking a woman's foot during a performance. It's like, yeah, because that's what you do to get a life. This was in Bribey Island in Queensland. Yeah, so he was talking to a young woman about what she did for work, and then things escalated, and he ended up sucking her mother's foot. And the mother turned around and said, I haven't washed it for a week. Who wants to see what the sun will look like when it dies? That'll cheer you up. This is NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, the JWST. Oh, I think my vision's finally cleared from the shimmering light. I think I was having a religious experience. I think I've been touched up by God. I mean, touched by God. Oh, but yeah, this is Messier 57. It's 2600 light years away from Earth, and he's born from the remnants of a dying star. And yeah, this is what the sun will look like when it finally kicks it. Looks really pretty. Shame we won't be able to see it. It's got years yet. Years. I'm surprised the eco-lot don't go on about the sun dying and really scare everyone. Meanwhile, we're going to Spain. This is in Spain, and I'm just going to let the clip run. It's quite good. Here he goes. It's a knockout. No, look, he's fighting to get his child near the feet of the Virgin Madonna statue. And yeah, this is a thing. This is in Tenerife, and this is a thing. Yeah, the unidentified man is seen sprinting towards the altar. This happened. They were marking the Holy Octava de Carmen service in the San Agustin neighbourhood of Los Llanos, a town on the Spanish island of Tenerife. This is on July the 30th. And the congregation were, they're doing the do, and suddenly, just wearing a shorts and a t-shirt, the man sprints past officials in an attempt to get his child closest to the Virgin Mary. And there he is. There's the kid, king of the castle. It's just a glorified version of that game, isn't it? Because again, the idea is if your child is close to the Virgin Mary, they're granted protection, lifetime protection. That never has to have car insurance, or any kind of insurance for that matter. Not with that kind of protection. It's not true though. It's all mumbo jumbo, isn't it? We've got. This is. Who's got £50,000 to spend or burn? 50 grand in burning a hole in your pocket. What could you buy for 50 grand? Well, there's a lot of things, but if you're really fucking stupid, you could buy this. Yeah, this little terrace. A London estate agent is selling what they dub an exquisite terrace for 50 grand. It's not even real grass, it's that fake AstroTurf shit. And that's in Kensington, I believe. I mean, yeah, here we go. It's in Stanhope Gardens, South Ken. You haven't got any internal area but you can get to it via a private lift. A very strong case of I saw you coming. Meanwhile, if you're having a bad day, this is in Turkey's Black Sea coast, and a paraglider was riding in tandem with with an instructor when they came a little bit untangled and slipped out of the harness. Can't see it too well, but you can see them dangling for their lives. Ah! But don't worry, they're all right. The paraglider carefully swings back around, landing so as not to drop them from a great height. But that's nothing. We're going to China. And again, if you think you're having a bad day, spare a thought for this fella who's driving along a bridge in the Hualongjiang province. Everything's going well, and well, let's play the clip, shall we? 1, 2, 3, in the hole you go. Pretty quick that, wasn't it? Yeah, the weather had caused a crater to form on a bridge, causing the SUV to plummet into said hole. So, yeah, there we are. How long we got? Oh, can't stop. Can't stop. Animals. We've got some animals. Okay, this is some content from Bored Panda that the Daily Mail have stolen, and as I've said before, I'm stealing it from them, and I'm sure Bored Panda stole it from the original people who took the photographs. What is this? This is scary animal pictures. Okay, let's see. What's this one? Oh, this is a good one. This is a cat who has stuffed his face into a bowl of flour, leaving it looking rather monstrous. I like that one. That's a new chew toy. And the dog gets it. He's got, looks like he's smiling. I like that. I like that one. He's just fallen asleep. He's knackered. Look. Who hasn't done that? That's scary. That's a dog with a fork in his mouth. The owner woke up to find their pooch intently staring at them with the fork. Use the fork, Luke. That's good. This cat was balancing atop the bathroom door as they were using the toilet. Imagine that. You're sitting on the carsey and you feel something staring at you. You look up and Felix is watching you poop. It happens. Fluffy cat, demonic cat, same cat. And this cat's doing an impression from The Shining. You know, he puts his face through the door. Now here's Johnny, and yeah, that is a rescue dog apparently. I don't know what. Oh, I see. It's because his ear is there. His ear is there and his nose there. But look, it looks all kind of the wrong way around because the way he's laying. He's twisting his head in the opposite direction. So it looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Yeah. The cat got wet in the shower. Don't look good. Don't look good. Now that is the evil eye. That is the evil eye. We'll end that one there. I doubt if anyone's watching because this was appalling. 7 people in. It's like I said. Andrew's in. He sort of just cut his grass. Excellent. Neil says, hi. Trump belongs in prison. No, he doesn't. He's a good boy. You leave Trumpy alone. He's going to be the next president. I can't wait. And Robbie's in. He says, hello, friends. He says, Do I have something in my eye? No, it's just a twinkle. I know I do have an eye. I do have a bad eye actually. I've had it for a while now. It's like it was swollen. It's again I get things. It's the diabetes. It's boring, and so it is a little bit sore. Not sore anymore. It was last week. This week it's more dry. I think I've got a blocked duct or something. There's something going on. I should go to the doctor. But I've been to the dentist today, and that counts. And she says, yes, we're not alone. And he also says, yes, he owns most of Framingham. He's talking about Ed Sheeran. And he goes, I have, Darren. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you've done, Andrew. But you should go to your priest and confess your sins. I got dog cam working. Look, it works. But there's no dog. So there you go. I got it working, but no dog. Anyway, that was coffee time, and yeah, well, sorry it wasn't very good. My eyesight's finally just cleared. I had all sorts of flashing lights. I don't know what that's about. I think it's because I've had a bit of a stressful morning with the dentist and that. Well, it wasn't stressful. I just laid there and he just poked me with his metal prong. I was like, oh, so I've got a bit sore afterwards. It's like. He did admit he went in deep. Normally have to pay extra for that, but there you go. It's amazing what you get at the dentist these days. Thank you for watching. That was coffee time. That's been the news. Killing the channel. One video at a time. You know you've got to drink out. Have a good weekend. Tatty bye.